Today, I'm racing in the Wellington Cross Country Regional Championship. It's a brutal 5-kilometer race over a challenging course, and in a field of over 60 runners, I aim to come in a top 5 position. Will I be able to do it, or will these hills push me beyond my limit? Well, before we find out, let's go back to the week prior, where I laced up my spikes on the track for an all-out 5K time trial. It was a pretty last-minute decision, but I decided to do it because it will be a good test to see where my fitness is at, while at the same time still providing a great training stimulus for my race the next week. And if you guys follow me on my Instagram, you would know that I finished with a time of 15:33, which was a 23-second PB for me over the 5K distance. And this was off no taper or sharpening at all. I was grateful to have some of the other lads pacing me for this effort. It makes such a big difference compared to running solo. I believe time trials are great because they're the only way you can really mimic the feeling of a race during training. The 5K is an absolutely brutal distance, and by the end I was absolutely knackered. I believe I can go faster, and I've set the goal to run under 15 minutes for the 5K. So this time trial is definitely a good start, and it set me up well for regionals the following week. I'm actually quite hyped for this race. My last video was my cross-country opener. This race is definitely more serious. This is 5K. Racing in Harcourt Park in Upper Hutt, and that course is notoriously known to be quite muddy and slippery. So I've gone ahead and I've bought myself some 12mm spikes, because I'm definitely going to need these long ones to give me the grip that I need around the course tomorrow. My legs are actually feeling quite good. Probably the best they've felt in some time. I haven't had a proper taper in a while. Race plan is, I can't let the front guys get out ahead too far. So obviously with any cross-country race, I'm gonna have to get out hard. But I want to maintain contact with the front guys, because if I let them get away, then it's a lot harder mentally, and it's going to be difficult to make up that ground, because I'm looking for a top 5 finish tomorrow. I reckon it's a realistic goal. But yeah, there's not much else to it apart from going out there and racing as hard as I can and giving it my best effort. Past couple days have been quite easy training. So the race is tomorrow, which is a Thursday. So today I did a 20-minute easy run after school along the river, and I also did some strides after my easy run today. Nothing crazy, just 4 by 100 meters, just to keep the legs snappy, get the legs turning over. Felt really good there, like moving at 5-minute Ks, but my heart rate was around 115, which is literally zone 1. Tuesday I did a 45-minute easy run, and Monday I did a sharpening session. So it was 6 by 500 meters with 100 meters of jogging recovery in about 85 seconds for each 500, so that's 250 per kilometer pace. So that session was designed to not drain me, but to sharpen up the legs and get me feeling good for tomorrow's race on Thursday. So yeah, that's what training has looked like this week, leading up to the race. I'm gonna go ahead and put these into my spikes to get ready for tomorrow, but there's not much else to do apart from getting a good night's rest tonight and wake up feeling good for tomorrow. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's a bird up the back of our property, and it's just been singing away all morning. It's been doing this for the past couple mornings. It's actually quite nice. I've just finished my classic race day breakfast of oatmeal. Unfortunately, it did rain a little bit last night, and I was really hoping that it wouldn't rain, because Harcourt Park, where I'm racing today, is notorious for being real boggy. And I forgot to mention yesterday, but I did get a haircut, but I'm not gonna lie. Is this a taper fade, guys? I asked for a taper fade. I don't think it looks like that. Right now I'm gonna do some light stretching and mobility before heading to school. I've been trying to work on my hip mobility recently, so I've been doing these YouTube follow along mobility routines, and it's been a great addition to my mornings recently. After that, I was feeling nice and loose, and I made my way to school. And there I met up with the other guys in my team, and we made our way to Harcourt Park to get ready to race. We got there early enough that we had time to walk the course. How it works is I run a 500-meter loop and then 3 1.5K loops. It's a challenging course with no shortage of hills, but the sun was out today and the course was nowhere near as boggy as it has been before. I was getting more and more nervous, but also more and more excited at the same time. Here at the race, got to warm up in about 20 minutes or so. I'm excited to race. Should be good. 5K today. Let's go. I headed out to start my warm-up jog with some of my competitors before moving to the start line, ready to give it all I've got. Top 5 is the goal, but can I make that happen today? I have to leave nothing out there. Maybe. I managed to stay out of trouble during the chaotic start, and I found myself placed in a top 5 position. A great start. Also, shout out to Thomas Miller and Hudson Tom for getting these great race clips.
Let's go, Ben, doing well, let's go, let's go!
I found myself exactly where I wanted to be. I was sitting with the front guys and I was feeling strong. I just had to keep in contact.
Strong, Ben! Let's go, Ben, you're doing well. Let's go, keep it up, keep it up.
Now this is where things took a pretty bad turn. I was feeling strong the whole race, but starting that last 1.5k loop, I really started to fatigue. My legs began to feel so heavy going up each hill, and I lost touch with the guys at the front. I pushed harder, but I just faded more. That last lap, I actually started feeling dizzy, and my legs were so weak. As my vision faded, I stumbled my way down the final straight. I was getting more fatigued, more dizzy, and more wobbly. But no matter what I did, I couldn't quite hold on to my position. I was in 5th place, and I got passed in the final 50 meters. I was finished. I had absolutely nothing left in the tank, and my goal of a top 5 finish faded right before my very eyes, right at the end. After crossing the finish line, I collapsed onto the ground, absolutely exhausted. It took me about 5 minutes to get up again and gather myself. I have never pushed this hard in a race before.
How do you feel, Ben?
Pretty tired.
You look exhausted.
In the end, I finished in 6th position, and even after fading badly in the last lap, I still finished 75 seconds quicker than I did last year. So there's definitely some positives to take away from today's race. But let's hear from me later on that day to get the full race debrief. Alright, so I'm back home from the race. I don't think I've pushed that hard in quite some time. In fact, I think that's probably the hardest I've pushed myself in a race before. You could probably tell on the video that last little bit of the race, I was really hurting pretty bad. So I ended up coming 6th overall with a time of 16:17, which is over a minute quicker than last year. I think it's like 75 seconds quicker than what I ran last year, so can't complain with that. But on the last 1.5k loop that we did of the race, that is when the wheels came off for me. My legs started flooding with lactic, and I actually started feeling quite dizzy, and I kind of had like tunnel vision, like I was seeing less and less towards the end of the race, and my legs were really shaky. That last 1.5k loop was hell, pretty much. Slowed down quite a bit. I was in 4th position and then got passed on that last lap by a couple people, but I gave it my absolute best. Like, I had absolutely nothing left. My goal was top 5, so just missed out on that goal, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, my legs are really sore, and my left Achilles is a little bit sore now, which is not great, so we'll see how that kind of goes for the next couple days. I was feeling pretty strong in the race and feeling pretty good. I was with the front 3 guys for most of it, but as soon as I started that last 1.5k loop going up this little hill, it wasn't even that big, it was just a little lip, and I was like, oh no, my legs don't feel good. The support from you guys out in the course was phenomenal. I heard so many people cheering my name, so that was amazing. But yeah, what a brutal race today. Haven't pushed that hard ever in my life, I don't think. I've got about 3 weeks now, I think, until Nationals. Now, Nationals is a lot flatter course, so we'll see how I go for that race. Today was a good learning experience. It was fun. Maybe that last 1.5k wasn't fun though. The atmosphere was great. So yeah, not an ideal way to finish the race today, but I almost came top 5, so I can't be too mad at myself. I gave it 110%. So Nationals is on June 20th. That'll be my next race. I'll be building up to that. I really appreciate all you guys watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.